found a tube, and the minute I opened it, the smell transported me through time.
This one's wife. Come back? You've got to be joking. Hello, I'm hgTudor. There seems to be something of a hokey-cokey going on at the moment. There are some that are suggesting that this one's wife and Harry are angling for a return to the United Kingdom, that they recognise that they've failed in the United States also, and that the only place that they can go to is to try and worm their way back into the royal family. That, of course, is beset with difficulties, not least of the fact that whilst King Charles would love to see his son and his grandchildren, other members of the royal family are saying you can't let that pair of troublemakers back in. Look at all of the aggravation that they have caused. And William and Catherine are particularly adamant not to readmit them in any shape or form. There is also then the suggestion that life is idyllic in the United States and all is well, and that this one's wife would never set foot in the United Kingdom again other than transit in an airport because of the fact that her narcissism still perceives that as a hostile place to her. There are those that are suggesting that Harry has been looking for a property. Some saying that this is a sign of separation, an impending divorce. Others saying it's because he doesn't want to stay in hotels and that he's looking to establish a foothold to then try and bring about some form of reconciliation. Others suggest that he isn't looking for a property. Thus, as is often the case with these situations, there's rumour and counter-rumour. Yet, GB News, through Ben Chapman, reports that it beggars belief. It beggars belief. Did you know that? It absolutely beggars belief that Prince Harry and this one's wife may be considering a UK return, according to socialite Lizzie Cundy. The couple have been without a UK base since they vacated Frogmore Cottage last year. See parts pass him, as the King asserted control against them by saying, "Fuck off out of Frogmore, you two, and make sure she takes that Kermit the Frog outfit with her." It's kind of beggars belief, because they were the ones who wanted to leave so desperately, she said. They wanted their own life eating avocados and doing yoga on the Californian beaches. This is a sign they have lost all popularity in the States. Who would have thought it? I think this one's wife thought she was going to be the next president over there, the way she was behaving and speaking. Sadly, they have lost faith. I don't know how they will be welcomed back here, but they know the way they make their money is through the royal family. They've lost everything to do with the royal family, so being back in England is the only way forward. Let's not forget, if Donald Trump were to get back into office, Harry could be in trouble. Trump warned in March that Harry could be kicked out of America in a GB News interview. He told Nigel Farage there should be no preferential treatment for the Duke of Sussex amid questions over whether he lied on his visa application. Harry made several drug-taking admissions in his memoir Spare, an act that is often enough to see visa applications rejected. Asked by Farage if Harry should have special privileges if the authorities find that he lied on his visa application, Trump said, "No. We'll have to see if they know something about the drugs, and if he lied, they'll have to take appropriate action." Farage questioned, "Appropriate action, which might mean not staying in America?" To which Trump said, "Oh, I don't know. You'll have to tell me. You just have to tell me you would have thought they would have known this a long time ago." Lizzie Cundy weighs in with her observations for what they are worth, and there is a reminder that there might be the potential threat of Harry being given the old heave-ho, with Uncle Sam's boot being firmly applied to his rear and saying, "Get out of here, you ginger pink pancake bugger," and sending him back to Blighty. The fact is, that it may well be indicative of the property searching that Harry has purportedly been engaging in because of the necessity of finding somewhere to stay as a base, possibly being concerned that his visa might be rejected. But to my mind, the most pressing factor in all of this is the issue of money. As we know, Harry has always grown up around money. He inherited many millions. He's due to receive more when he's 40. This one's wife is particularly motivated by money. As a somatic narcissist, it's important to her. It's a residual benefit that allows her to use that to assert control over people. Look at the expensive clothes I've got. Look at the expensive jewellery I've got. Have some more PR puff pieces while you're eating your Cocoa Pops. It enables her to hire security in order to make her seem important. It allows her to pay for travel when she's not sponging off other people. It allows her to pay for an expensive property. Thus, money is particularly important to the narcissist because as a residual benefit, it allows her to pursue other aspects of the prime aims. They certainly received millions as a consequence of shilling themselves around with Netflix and Spotify and with the Nigerian trip and so forth. But they don't appear to have any appreciable income at the moment. American Riviera Orchard is doing absolutely fuck all. Harry apparently has his job with BetterUp, but what that brings in is anybody's guess, and it can't be as substantial as the needs that they have. After all, there's the PR puff pieces, there's security, there are advisors, there is a staff, there are mortgage payments, expensive clothing allowance, etc. It'll add up to maintenance costs probably in the region of several million a year. Now, whilst there was a lump sum of money initially, they'll be burning through that at a rapid rate of knots, and she won't care because she has no sense of accountability. She'll care about the fact of the money running out, but she won't care to rein in her expenditure because she has no sense of accountability, and she believes that she should always be catered for, that she should always be paid for, because after all, she's the amazing this one's wife. But with no appreciable sign of income, and funds undoubtedly running low, with no work being offered to them, with no fashion houses or cosmetic giants showing any inkling of interest in her, that the best that she could get podcast-wise was Lemonada, and even that's been pushed back to next year, and with Netflix unlikely to renew, they've got a serious problem. And it would seem that they are simply looking to broker a way back into the royal family to be financially supported because their plans and dreams in the United States have failed. Of course, it beggars belief that they might come back to the United Kingdom after everything that's said and been done, but you can't rule it out because the pressure of reduced finances would be sufficient to cause this one's wife to overcome the concerns about threats to control. And remember, she has no shame, she has no remorse, she has that brass neck occasioned through compartmentalization. At this juncture, nobody truly knows what their intentions are. They probably don't either. But I think it'll be brought into sharp focus in due course, all because their money must be running out. What do you think? Do you agree with me that the money's running out, that there's no appreciable sign of income, and this is going to force them to come crawling back to the royal family? Or do you think instead this one's wife will never ever do that? That somehow her narcissism will say that's completely off limits, and instead she'll continue to find alternative ways to draw an income, which might include, of course, disengaging from Harry and trying to find somebody else. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for listening.